This is the spray booth I've been using for many, many years. It's probably the most common one you can find online. It's compact and get the job done, sort of. However, it is really loud, while providing very limited airflow. And the paint film may even bounce back, as the filter can get clogged fairly easily. But the biggest problem for me is the size. If I want to paint something bigger like this, the paint mist will just go everywhere and pollute the whole room. It is time to make a new one.
Now we're going to decide what type of spray booth we're going to build. The first one is we're going to decide which airflow type we're going to use in the spray booth. In the cross draft type, the air is just traveling across the whole spray booth. And the downdraft type, the air is traveling like this. And uplifting one, the air is going to go like this. So the main advantage of a cross draft type machine is that it's easy to build and it takes minimum space. It's quite effective. So we're going to go with a cross type fan. Secondly, we're going to decide the size of it. So my previous one is measured around 60 centimeter by 20. So I'm going to build something a little bit bigger. Let's go with 70 in length and around 60 in height with a depth of 45 centimeter. I think that's a pretty decent working space. Now we have all this wood strip cut, we can start to build the frame.
Now we have finished building this frame, and it's time to start to cut the outer shield of the booth.
Lastly, I need to choose a fan and ducting system for the new booth. Let's do some math. So, first one is about the volume. We want to have like sufficient airflow, so let's try to find how much air do we need. Right, so our target flow, total airflow should be 0.185 cubic meter per second or 391 cubic feet per minute. But that's not the whole story. We have to calculate the pressure as well. So now we have both numbers, we can choose a fan that fits the purpose. So that has to be a fan that's capable of producing 391 cubic feet per minute of air at 30 Pascal. In terms of fan selection, there were two proposals that's in my mind. The first one is like we can go with a bigger, powerful fan, and that moves a lot of air, but maybe a bit noisier. The second option is that we can use multiple, maybe quieter fans, but smaller, and we can use it in a cluster. Let's try both and see what we can build for ourselves. So I temporarily seal the back panel so that we can do some tests without, screw everything down. So now the fan is actually spinning in full speed. We have roughly a 3.3, 3.4 meter per second. Right, so that's only about 122 CFM. So that's way off our target value, right? 444. Just to make matters worse, if I install the filter in front of it, it's almost nil, right? Zero across the board. So basically, if you want a quieter operation, but also you have a huge airflow, that's just contradicting, themselves. It's not working. We know this is not working, but what we're gonna do is like, we got a huge ass fan like this. So this is a duct fan, an inline fan. If you can see the label here, we have like a roughly 350 CFM, which is pretty high, but I just try to connect this fan to the whole system and see if it improves anything. Okay, now we're gonna switch it on. So our target value is 0.5 meter per second. Now we only got like 0.36, so we can try other places like 0.18. So it's even lower. Still a bit low. So basically what I learned is that the fan cluster we installed basically is useless. I wouldn't say it's a failed experiment, but I mean, now I know that what works and what's not. We need a bigger fan. We'll have a bigger fan. So this 200mm fan is actually pretty powerful. So it is rated at 800 CFM, which is twice as powerful as the previous one. The noise level is actually okay. It's not really like a jet engine. It sounds okay. That's our target value, and it's go beyond. So now it's right, so 0.6. That's more than powerful enough for for the paint. Now it really sounds like a jet engine. it's really loud. Now we got like 300, 3 times more the power. I have already attached the side panel, the back panel to the frame, and also I replaced that 6-inch flange with the 8-inch one. I believe this is going to be much quieter and much more efficient as well. Now we have everything set up, and you can see this new spray booth we designed and built is much more spacious and much neater compared to the previous one. And also because it is such a large working area, I can work on larger projects as well. I mean, just look at it. It's just so clean and so nice. With this sliding door, I can reach all the paints with ease. And also these lights. Well, these lights are a fantastic addition to the whole system. I can take it out easily. It's easy to replace, and we have all the cables and everything hidden inside of the system, which is really tight, really neat. We have put these really large windows on both sides as well as on the top of the spray booth. For example, if I want to shoot something like a tutorial or a really clean type of video, I need some good lighting. And I can really put 2 powerful lights somewhere here. It will look really nice. I can already imagine what the result will be. I really want to start working on something. Compared to a previous system, this is just blow that out of the water completely, right? And if I want something bigger, even bigger, I can. So this is like 71 by 60, huge working area. And most importantly, we have sufficient airflow. Like really sufficient airflow. We can have more airflow than we ever need. Hope you like it. I definitely like it. And yeah, you would definitely like it as well.